I'm TV6 meteorologist Eric DeBroca, and here's your latest weather on demand forecast. Arctic high pressure giving us a bunch of cold weather, not only for us, but how about 47 million of Americans in the Great Plains, Great Lakes, Midwest, and even parts of the South and Northeast. That's a lot of areas across the country reeling in cold weather. Locally, though, we are experiencing, last night we saw lows almost minus 20 for Ironwood and also Iron River. It was minus 17 at the National Weather Service. That was not a record, believe it or not. Minus 14 from Escanaba, minus 11 from Munising. With that said, we are still under a whole slew of advisories for every county in the UP. If you can find the one that's not, there it is, Keweenaw. They are been excluded from the winter weather advisory, which still is in effect for Houghton and then Ontonagon County through another 12 hours or so for the first half of Wednesday, where they can see another 4 to 7 inches, mainly south of Houghton, heading closer to Ontonagon. Now, the rest of us are dealing with extreme wind chills, values of 20 to 30 below zero at times. Areas in the east, more lake snows for a lake snow warning, where they will see one dominant band here predominantly. You can see this one kind of getting weaker a little bit, but then the one off to the east out towards Grand Marais on 77 there, even a few miles south of there, and also towards Luce County. That's where we can see totals exceed 8 inches throughout the course of the next 12 hours. And so that will continue that trend for the next, say, couple of days. Unfortunately, with lake snows coming and going in this unrelenting cold pattern, which does not seem to want to let go, dangerous wind chills and coldness, at least I'm talking longer term, it's going to be here to stay, unfortunately. And these are the wind chills I'm talking about. Minus 20 for Iron Mountain, minus 30 for Ironwood. Just feels brutal to step outside there. Everywhere else recording double-digit sub-zero wind chills. For the Weather Service today, we registered a minus 2 degree reading. That is 26 degrees below the average where we should be this time of the year in late December. And this is going to be one cold December for the books, possibly the coldest in 3 years. Actually, this was the coldest in 3 years, but could be the coldest winter in 4. So lows all across the Midwest were ranging from minus 11 in Green Bay. The big winner there was Rhinelander, minus 22, a touch warmer towards the Great Lakes. But we do have, especially the longer fetch of Lake Michigan, not too strong of lake effect snow. They do better there with like a northwest wind, same thing with us, but it's downwind of Lake Erie when we have a westerly wind component that just pummels usually one location, as the case of Erie, Pennsylvania. High pressure though, very strong, 1,044 millibars, and that will continue to slide up to the east very slowly. That's why our winds have not changed. They will continue to move to the east, rather from the east, and that's why we're going to see winds, rather snowfall totals in the east there between 8 to 12 inches of snow, as our lows tonight will be just above zero the farther north and east you are, but everywhere else well into the sub-zero readings of minus 12 will be the max towards the Wisconsin line. Highs tomorrow marginally better, 4 above in Marquette, 10 in Munising, and finally in Ironwood, minus 2 degrees there, so not too much better out that way. We do get a little bit warmer though come late Thursday. We spike to right around 10 degrees, we'll say. Finally teens on Friday, but that comes at the swap for heavy lake effect snow behind a potent clipper, and that goes through Saturday, where we could see a lot more of us impacted by lake effect snow outside of these narrow bands. And then heading into New Year's week, pay attention to the travel, because another Arctic blast comes into play here, and that's going to affect a lot more of us here in the Great Lakes.